Welcome back, everybody, to Tactics Ogre. We are inside Valentine Keep. We are going to fight the Lady Knight, as I mentioned in the previous episode. In case you did not tune in.
A crafty ploy, Denim of Goliath. But this keep still stands, and by the might of Galgastan, she will not fall.
So earlier on, I was fighting there was a group of healers, clerics, and there was a guy who was a Terra Knight who was trying to escape. You have an option because he's supposed to be too strong for you to take on at that point in the game. So you have the option of trying to gang up on him and kill him, or you can choose to let him go. And if you let him go, he shows up in this battle. If you don't, then he's replaced by this Apolloni woman. Obvious difference is, you're fighting a knight that could wield axes, swords, sword and shield, a couple other things, can heal, versus a Terra Knight who would wield probably a two-handed sword, and would have like some fear mechanic to it, like what is it called? Used it all the time with Venom. Fearful Blade or something like that. Anywho, so that's gonna be the main difference. Is you're gonna have a white mage type healer / knight that can heal and can use phalanx, unless she doesn't have phalanx attached to her skill set, but we'll just pretend she does, and can heal, versus someone who would probably use like HP drain, would have some terror type abilities to cause frighten, probably do more damage as well, being a Terra Knight. And I think that'd be about it. I mean, obviously their finishers are going to be whatever weapon they're wielding. I do have to say, not all not all weapons are made the same. Like, so, sword, regular one-handed sword, it's okay. It's not great, not terrible. It's pretty good. But some of those finishers on the one-handed sword are just like, oh my goodness, they're so good. You have Rending Gales, which is a 2, which you start out getting as soon as you get to level 10 in your weapon proficiency, and that allows you to hit twice, which is great. Does do less damage than a different one, but sometimes when you add up the damage, it makes more sense to do that than to use one of the other ones. There's one that does big damage and poisons. The last one is I think it's called something like Holy Cross or Light Cross. It's big damage, and I believe it is either light or lightning based. It's really good. Whereas two-handed swords, they do the big damage all in one hit, so there's not like a secondary, double up attack like sword has, like axe has, that like whip has these 2-time attacks. And it's not weak like the cudgel, where, well, I say weak as in I'm talking about my mage who's wielding a cudgel. Imagine if you were a normal person wielding a cudgel, maybe it'd be stronger. Either that, or it'd be like really weak on normal attacks and be really good on special attacks. I don't know. Never tried it. But yeah, I mean, like, certain things are really good. like right off the bat, I think particularly if you've trained the character correctly, one-handed swords finishers are great. Bow, or not bow, spear is excellent. Spear is like, I don't know if there's a better set of finishing moves than spear, because it gives you, your first two you get are a 2-space attack that allows you just to use your finisher from distance. Then you have a one that can only be used directly next to the enemy. And then you have an AoE that does a little plus cross thing, and electricity. And then you have the finishing one, which skips the first space in front of your spear and can either hit the second or third space, and it hits for 3 times. That's really fucking good. I mean, that's really fucking unbelievably good. So when you get to the higher level spears that don't have, they don't hit directly to your, 1 space forward, backward, left and right, but 2 spaces and 3 spaces, it gives that weapon so much more versatility, because you look at it and you go, I can't fit my spear user anywhere in here to do damage, and then you use one of the first 2. Well, I guess it could be one of the first 3, but I'm thinking mainly the first 2 finishers, and it gives you like an extra option to attack the guy that is only 1 space in front of you. So it's like really, really, really useful in terms of giving the spear user extra versatility. Now, hammers level 3 get a small AoE attack that allows it to attack slightly at distance. It's not big distance like throwing spells from halfway across the stage, but in terms of, maybe your hammer user's a little blocked up, you use this to get behind the enemy lines to do some big damage, maybe open up a hole. Two-handed sword's pretty good. It gives you the ability to use lightning and wind, and I'm trying to think what the last one is. Is it holy? Something like that. But it gives you some elemental things you can use. Bow's really good as well, but it's more of a status thing. One I think is a little underrated in terms of what I've used in this game, playthrough wise, is daggers. Daggers might not be the best weapon. They're pretty decent, as is fist weapons. Like, you would imagine that fist weapons and daggers might be like kind of weak, but like, boy, they're really good. Like, they have like a good combination of range, short range, singular attacks. So if you wanted to hit someone in a group and just that one person, you could do that. It gives you the ability to, later on, it gives you the stop ability on one of the attacks, and it's like surprisingly good. Fist is another one. That one, I don't use a lot of fist type weapons because I really should. Just never really think about it in terms of like, well, who would I put this on? And the answer is whoever the fuck you want. I mean, berserkers can use it. I don't really use a lot of beast tamers, but beast tamers use it. So, you get something like that. I mean, very useful. I'm more of a quote-unquote traditional weapon person in this game. Cudgels, spears, swords, one-handed, two-handed. Katanas would be another one I would use more often, but at least now that we've reached this point in the playthrough, I've got so many title characters that I can't seem to fit a ninja in anywhere. And there's not a class, there isn't one of those title characters that start out in the ninja class. I mean, I'm just sort of thinking off the top of my head, you get both white knights at the same time. Okay. The neutral playthrough, you get a regular knight, mage. Oh, and then of course you get the three sisters, two of which start out as Valkyries, and two of them start out as some variation of like a witch. They're better served and they're powered up. Seer, Sage, whatever they call that class, that only the sister is allowed to have. Trying to think what else. I haven't really used a lot of crossbows either. That's one of those things where I'm sure crossbows are also really good. I just never got around to using them. You know, I liked the fact that, you know, when you would shoot with your archer, the archer could not only would it arch over, you know, the enemy line and strike the people in the back line. But I also like the fact that, particularly if you're standing on high ground, but it can work in other places as well, you can shoot farther than the range tells you to. So if the range says this is your effective capacity and you're on higher ground, you can move that cursor like, I want to say 3 spaces, maybe 4 spaces out, depending on how high you are, and it'll actually hit them. Is really, I think, kind of crazy, because none of the other spells, if they're not in range of the spell, they're not in range of the fusel, they basically say there's no target to hit. But bow and arrow says, no, you can let that bow go. We'll see if it actually hits or not. Though, if, you know, as long as you're not quick clicking, you should be able to see that, the little red X beforehand, and hopefully not make that mistake very much, if at all. Big damage, big damage. Chink. Chicken. Oh, sorry. That's a Luigi Mansion thing. Fucking doctors, nuts is nutty as squirrel shit, man. Like, I get it, you know, he's very smart, and smart people tend to be eccentric. Holy lands. Nice, nice, and nice. One nice thing about light and dark is they are not weak to anything except themselves. But that also means that if you see a light magic user like this guy right here, Foxy, you wouldn't say you have to, but it's suggested to bring in like a meteor, because it makes big damage. do. The Giga Tempest. 3 guys, 1 finisher. It's hilarious, of course, because typically lances can hit multiple enemies. They're lined up in a line. But when it comes to their finishing moves, it only targets the enemy that's closest to the spear person. No. Good. 3 more to go. 2, 2, 2. 3 more to go. Boop, boop, boop. I guess there's 4 more enemies to go. I'm sorry. Nice. Alright. Probably put an end to this here. Well, not this turn, but yeah. Ish. Grand Cross is what it's called. Almost there.
Yunin! What are you doing with those Wallister blackguards?
Daisy, how many seasons have passed since we last met?
If you are here, then Brigantis has fallen. And the traitors to the Hierophant conspire with the Wallister.
True enough, though I mislike your choice of words. We are not criminals, but brothers in arms, seeking not more conflict, but peace.
Hooray! Here comes the choo-choo. Oh, never mind. That was okay. Probably should have used my finisher there and saved that. Not that it'd be really useful for anything because there's only 1 character left, but might have saved me a little bit of health on the other White Knight. Nice. That was kind of what I was talking about with the versatility there. Let's go, Hawkman. Canopus, that is.
Glory.
Glory to Galgaston.
Done.
Alright. We're gonna get a cutscene, and then that'll be the end of this episode. When we come back, we are going to continue back to our homeland, and I hope to see you then.
Our forces have taken the keep. It is over.
No closer, Wallister. I'll never kneel to the likes of you.
You have no choice.
Foulest of days. We won, Insonji. We won! I said stay back, insolent cretins!
Jeez.
Your keep is taken and your men are slain, Balbatos. Yield!
You were wrong, Wallister.
Just stabbed myself right in the gut here.
I do have a choice.
Very, very Japanese thing to do, though I'm pretty sure there were people who
He's
would
dead.
kill themselves to avoid, punishment.
I wonder how Vice has fared.
Still got a couple episodes till we, get to rescue him.
Where is Denon? Speak!
I should
Also, whipping would
I
probably
know.
destroy his
run off
face,
somewhere. I'd wait
particularly like if it hits an eyeball or an ear or a nose.
Expect me to believe the hero
Or
of the
mouth.
Wallister
Split it right
turned
open.
tail and fled? Tell me what you're scheming, or I'll quiet you for good.
Ouch.
Sir, the Wallister, they've taken Karitanai.
What? How is that possible?
How is that
A
possible?
force crossed the Brigannia flats.
Oh,
and
they came
assaulted
in
the
from
keep
behind.
her
That's
flank.
cool.
Madness. What of the Hierophant? Surely he's not...
Slain, sir. The dogs showed no mercy.
The Hierophant? Slain?
He did it! He really did it!
That's a good way to get yourself knifed, killed.
Vile, scheming creature!
I'm gonna pass out.
How stand our ranks?
Sir, we have roughly 4 companies remain, sir.
Godspeed. We've lost more than I thought. Send Brutakos and Mansa to Koritnai. We will march on Almorica.
At once, sir.
That demon of Goliath will pay for this.